All right, everybody, major announcement alert. I'm excited to announce an all-new series coming to the Outdoor Stand podcast called Canadian Bush Report. I am doing a weekly, short-based episodes that will be uploaded every Thursday that will explore the past, present, and future of what is going on in the woods, or as us Canadians like to call it, the bush. They will be short monologue-style podcasts that will cover outdoor topics in relation to what is going on in the Canadian woods. So tune in every Thursday for the Canadian Bush Report listed here on the Outdoor Stand podcast. Now, back to the show.
Welcome to the Outdoor Stand podcast.
Okay, all right, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast, another Outdoor Stand podcast. We have the youngest guest to ever appear, 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, youngest guest so far.
Youngest guest so far, Carter Correa. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How's it going?
Everything's going good. Great to be here.
Great to be here, right? Many, when I had Trev on, he was like, yeah, I had many memories and nights in this garage.
Yeah.
And we've had a big night in this garage for you a couple years ago.
Yeah, butchered my first year in this garage. So
pretty freaking sick, eh?
Definitely brings back memories every time I'm in here. Just always like a lot of fun being out here. And even like not even like butchering a deer, just like being out here late nights, drinking, music.
Yeah.
Or, like watching a UFC fight on this TV.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. It's like the garage, fireplace ripping. Like, I don't know, something about the garage. It's more welcoming to me than most indoor places. But
yeah, it's a little sanctuary.
Yeah, man. It's cool to have you on. You just drove up from the city. You live in the big city there.
Yeah.
So tell everybody who's Carter. What do you do?
Yeah. So I like to call myself an outdoor enthusiast. I wish I was out there more than I am now. And I'm from Mississauga, same place you're from. So same town you're from, same high school, everything.
Yep.
You want to let them know the relationship between the two.
Yeah. How do we know each other? What the fuck?
Yeah. So you happen to be the father of my niece and the husband of my sister. So you're my brother-in-law.
Yeah. Brother-in-law, man. So we've known each other for quite some time now, but that's our relationship. It's pretty cool. And you're on your reading week from school because you're in your second year.
Yeah,
right?
in my second year of college.
Yeah. So you're like, hey, it's my reading week. I have a week off. I'm spending a few days. I'm driving north.
Yeah,
driving north and gonna clear the mind. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's also a repeat of last year a little bit because last year my whole reading week was I just came up here and I did a week of bear hunting, which is the best way, in my opinion, to spend your reading week is just get out of the city, forget the books, just go out there, enjoy yourself, and like really disconnect from all sources of stress. Like you don't want to have cell service, you don't want to be thinking about assignments or anything.
You also went like it's not just usually like on public or private lands, like you still have cell reception if you're hunting, or in the city if you're hunting on one of those like reserves or whatever. But like you got to my place, you drove another 20 minutes east where you're literally on the border of Algonquin. Yeah. You got thousands of acres of crown land and no cell reception. Yeah. Actually, Beth and I just drove down there today.
How are the roads?
They're washed out, man.
Okay.
They're still washed out. Even from August when we went to try to do some backcountry camping. So we went down the road here and it was like, if you wanted to make an exit, this road closed. If you want to make another, this road was closed. So we end up driving past one of those signs, and it's sure enough, like right where I think it's like where the first spot where I went crownland hunting. Is like they just completely took out the old culverts and were rebuilding roads. But like, the damage from some of these storms has been crazy. But
dude, I almost last month trying to do some grouse hunting in the same spot you're describing. I was going a little faster than I probably should have.
And some back roads?
Yeah, on the back roads on Crown Land, trying to just find a nice spot to grouse hunt, like my usual stomping grounds, because I have a nice area there I picked out. I see a lot of sign. I always book a lot of grouse, so I was like, I have the day to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this very tight corner you can't really see around there because it's super high trees. And right before I'm about to hit that corner, I'm like, that's weird. The road looks a little. There's a little dip in the road, something. And as I hit that corner, I have to slam on the brakes because where there used to be the road, there is now a river.
Oh,
and it's basically like a ditch, like the old culverts. You can see them like 20 meters down, like down the stream of where this huge river is now. It's like 5 meters across, and the actual like ditch itself is like 3 meters like deeper from where the road used to be. Wow! It's just like slamming on the brakes, like, yep, I'm not going there.
Yeah, not going down that way.
Yeah.
I guess the roads everywhere now are just like, because we had some pretty crazy thunder, some rain, some storms. So yeah. That's crazy. So what are your plans for the fall hunting season? Because you got a doe tag.
Yeah, I got a doe tag for a zone in Southern Ontario that doesn't get a lot of pressure. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get my first deer with a bow. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
Compound bow.
Yeah. Compound bow.
Yeah. Not that crossbow.
Yeah. Not that crossbow. I'm not skilled enough for the recurve or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading out there. I'm trying to make it work with a bow and on the ground. And I've only harvested one deer before. So simply getting a deer with a compound bow is enough of a challenge for me that I'd be happy to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Something just legal in the parameters.
Yep, as long as it doesn't have white spots on it. It's going down.
It's going down. It's brown, it's down.
It's brown, it's down.
Yeah, but like that's such a, it's such a battle because it's like, with social media, you see so many people posting huge photos of huge racks, this and that, big success stories.
Yeah.
And Trev and I had this conversation of just like what the success story is so different to anybody out there for their hunting journey. And it changes too. Like just because like, I'm a prime example. I was always, when I was like back-to-back years hunting bears, I just kept getting bigger bears. And I'm like, okay, well, I have a certain like caliber of bears that I want to hunt because the year before I had a big bear. So I want to continue that ball. But after you go through a few years of not harvesting something or whatever, you start to be like, hey, I want to just have meat for the table. Mm-hmm. You know, I just want to get something. I want to hunt. I'm out there for like, you're hunting primarily for like, well, it depends on who you are, but for me, it's hunting primarily for meat. Mm-hmm. And then the size and everything is a bonus. And like, obviously you want to hunt something that's like, you know, big size, relatively big, but like, you know, if that's like, that could be your goal at the start of the season, then throughout the season, it's like, oh, hey, look, I'm down in the back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I've had lots of encounters on some small bucks or whatever. And I just want to get some meat in the table and, you know, I'm going to shoot something. But like, and that can also change. Like, okay, my goal right now this year, I just want to shoot a deer. That's a doe. That's a buck. Doesn't matter. I just want to shoot a deer with a bow. Mm-hmm. That's kind of your goal.
Yeah. Well, the other caveat to that is that there's a controlled hunt in this zone where you're allowed a week of gun hunting, but it has to be muzzleloader or shotgun. And I did also qualify for that. Like I've been pulled in the draw. So I'd say for that week alone, I will be hunting with a shotgun, like Sabot slug, Sabot.
Nice. That's Sabot. I think it's Sabot.
Sabot or Sabot, one of the two.
Yep.
And the goal for that would be, that's the only time I'd be bucks only. Right. Because I do have that extended range. So I would give myself the challenge of like, if I see a doe, like I'm just going to leave it for that 1 week.
You never know what you're going to feel like in the moment too.
Oh yeah, I say like, that. But the second a deer is in front of me.
Yeah, you're like, this could be my only chance, you know, and you could shoot something. Like it's funny, you know, and it's hard sometimes to be like, I'm only going after this class of buck or this particular buck in general. And then also they could change being like, you know what, that looks like a good deer. And I would be happy with that deer. And if you're happy with it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's kind of my expectations, I guess, going into this year, especially like for bear and for deer is like, am I happy with it? Yeah. I'm good. Like if it's, I don't know what that would be like when the moment comes, but I don't know. We're going to see hopefully this fall, what I'm happy with, but it probably won't be like this this big, but like for people not watching the video, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 point on the table here. It's probably not gonna be that big, but who knows? Who knows? Like there's a lot of bucks kicking around that I'm seeing on my cameras, but the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's been a whackload of yotes, like a lot of freaking coyotes making day appearances, like, and not a lot of deer. So got to do some predator management. But one thing I thought of, like when I wanted you on this podcast, so I'm 31, you're 21. There's not a lot of kids. I'm calling you a kid, but you're not a kid.
Yeah, no, you're an adult. Go ahead, man.
But like to me, 21, like when I was 21, I'm like, fuck, I'm an adult. Like I'm legal everywhere, whatever. And then you know, 10 years go by, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know anything.
I knew Jack.
I was a kid. But you know, so you're 21 years old. I don't know. When I was 21, like even like not a lot of people are doing what you're doing, which is like, I want to have clean meat. I want to harvest my own animals and butcher them. So like, do you know of anyone else your age that's like, I want to go hunting, I want to do this adventure? Because you've done like multiple other camping trips solo and stuff, but like is there anyone else in your boat there? I
think I know of people who would be around my age who do it, but when it comes to like close friends in my social group, I'd say I'm the only one. I'd say even extend it, like if I extend that out, probably the only person who would hold that as well would be you. So I'd say you're largely the reason why I am like the way I am in like the hunting regard.
Right.
And that is a good I would say comparison to make is the age, because I don't know if you've mentioned this before, but you did go on a moose hunt before. And it wasn't successful, but I'll admit, like, that was the most fun I've ever had hunting.
Oh,
like
nice.
the best experience I've had out there. And it was, one thing that was really cool about it is that not only was it my first moose hunt, but it was yours as well. And it was really cool to see not only like the age difference of like I was 19 at the time, you were 29.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago? No, 2 years ago, maybe. 3 years ago?
No, not 3 years ago, because it was the year after that I got the
that was 3 years ago.
So it was 3 years ago. 2022.
Wow. That long already.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And it was cool just to see like the difference, not an approach, but just the way that like two different people take in an event. And really like hold it with them. Because for me, not only that, but it was also like the first time I'd ever harvested an animal. Because on that trip, it was like my first ever grouse.
That was a big moment.
Blasted one at 5 yards. Took its head completely off.
We're on this road, you know, way off in the backcountry. Like, you know, how far from Toronto? Like
oh, dude, we had done like
13 hours.
Yeah, 10 hours past your place.
Yeah, it's like 13 hours past Toronto, north and east of Toronto, and yeah, you know, there's a whackload of spruce and more spruce grouse than rough grouse, but a lot of spruce grouse. And we see this one. I was like, "Hey, buddy, you're up." Here's a shotgun, and then we start to walk up to it. It jumped up to the tree, which it's so funny. Here, like a rough grouse will fly off.
Well, remember it jumped because the gun jammed. I walked up to it and we were like, and I was like, "What happened?" And as I'm going to cock it flew off.
Fucking happened to me too,
dude. For the turkey or two.
Yeah, for that turkey. Oh, that story haunts me, but. Cool, but haunts. But yes, then the spruce grouse jumps off the ground, and then you freaking tee it up, pop its head off.
Yeah, just all I
which
did.
is like that's what you want in a way.
Yeah, it's ethical, dude. Its head went.
The meat, nothing was damaged on the breast meat.
Yeah,
I mean, delicious birds. Like we freaking pan fried those bad boys.
Dude, that is the best tasting bird I've ever had. Yeah. Like if you've never had a spruce grouse, the best way to describe it is you make a bird out of like steak, like out of ribeye. Like it's all dark red meat, which doesn't make sense for like this little forest chicken. Yeah. It's such a strange creature.
And like we just fried it. I don't even know if we put salt and pepper on it. Maybe we did. Light seasoning anyways.
I think the only thing we put on it was like bacon grease.
Bacon grease. Cooked it in bacon grease. Yeah. Cooked it in bacon grease. Oh, it was jerky.
Oh, yeah.
I had, this was when I raised a pig. I had a bunch of these like offcuts and stuff. So I made some jerky, and then the fat on the jerky we rendered down even more to get oil, because we didn't have cooking oil, like whatever. And then we fried the spruce grouse in there. But yeah, man, that moose hunt was so cool because it was a very spontaneous trip. Like I got this bull tag, kind of pulling the story backwards. We had a what's it called? I forget what the terminology is, but my wife and I, we lost a kid very late in the pregnancy. And so the timing was just like, do I go on this trip? Do I not? Bethany was so just supportive, being like, you should go. So I only went for a few days where like, obviously, if you're going up that far, 7 days probably. Cause right when on our last day, we were basically on like some fresh sign. Like, we just changed a different area and we're like, oh my God, there's like moose territory, right? But anyways, like I called and messaged multiple people before I messaged you. Yeah. Like not saying
no offense taken.
Yeah, no offense there, but it was just like guys I've talked to before being like, hey, we should do a moose hunt, we should do this. And then when push comes to shove, it was like just people didn't want to do it. And I'm like, even if it was I think it was a 5-day thing. We hunted for 3 days or whatever the case was.
Oh yeah, because the first day was just a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. And dude, without hesitation, like, and there's not many people that I know, and like at the time, like you said, you're 19 years old. Yeah. And there was not many people I was like, that would have been down for like that sort of trip. And I was like, hey, do you want to come moose hunting? I don't even think I told you where it was. And you're like, oh, what day? Oh, yeah, sure. That sounds good. And it was like 2 weeks out. Yeah. Something crazy. And I was like, yeah, all right. And Bethany was a lot happier that someone was joining me on this trip. And we had some fun. The first day, a little bit of a disaster. Trailer broke down. Yep. Facebook Marketplace, got another trailer, jumped this trailer off.
Do you want to go into details about the guy we got the trailer from and George?
Oh my God. Yeah, you can tell that story.
So what was it that you just noticed that the bearings or something on it was messed up? Because you would look back.
It was the frame.
The frame.
The whole frame was cracking.
The frame. Like as we were driving, we were losing bits of the frame just from like rust and it breaking down. And you'd look back because we had a freezer like strapped down onto it, and the freezer was just bouncing up and down. We're like, we're gonna lose that thing somewhere, and we're gonna get fined if we lose it on the highway. Yeah. So, what was it? Cochrane we get to.
Yep.
And we pull off at the side of the road, and we're just trying to get this freezer into the back of your truck and like moving everything around.
We basically called it, so this trailer is no good. Yeah. Like, this is a hazard. It's just we gotta trash it somewhere.
Yeah, I was a bad influence. I kept saying to you, like, we should just leave it. Just take the license plate off, and because someo's gonna want it for scrap.
Yeah, so, and there's no serial number on there, but
nothing to identify.
Yeah, I was like, do we do this? Yeah, I don't know if that's the right thing, but yeah.
And then luckily this truck pulled up next to us. This nice, beautiful trailer on the back, like opposite of ours, welded, fully covered,
side by side. I think on the back, just this.
Actual wheel wells because one of ours fell off on the way there. Yep. And this guy rolls down the window and says something that neither you or I understand. We just laugh. We're like, yeah, sure, whatever, bud. We get in a conversation with this guy, and this guy's native descent because you just asked him eventually because he's like, oh, are you native? And he's like, yeah, 100%. And he goes into detail about like, I just dropped the trailer off. Don't worry, I was going to do a dump run anyways. He was like, just bring it to my house. He's like, I just live other side of the road of the cemetery.
Yep.
And he gave us a very good piece of advice on moose hunting. He's like, you boys, first off, he was so confident in us getting a moose that he looked at like our equipment in the back of the truck and he's like, you boys have too much water. He's like, you're not going to be out there that long. And he's like, you got to do what I do every year. He's like, I got my Indian card. I get a moose every year. He's like, I just go to the edge of my property and I do the horny cow call. He's like, you got to make it real horny. He's like, if you boys are confused, just go YouTube, just go horny cow call. Make it as horny as possible.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I asked him to do it.
Yeah. Right? And he's like, I'm not doing it now.
Can you do it? Yeah. And then probably about halfway through the trip, I think we realized he's fucking with us. Yeah. There was no horny cow call. It was a cow. And it was like a weird, like, as if a cow was getting banged by a bull moose while making a cow call. Yeah. And he was just like this, like, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was like very short, intense cow moans.
And like varying in pitch. Like you got to make it sound like he was like, you have to make it sound like she's like fighting off. Yeah. Like she, like this is going to sound bad. You got to make it sound like she doesn't like it. Like something crazy.
Yeah, he was going.
Yeah, he gave us some details.
And we didn't get a moose, so maybe that's what I think. Maybe he was messing with us. He's like, these stupid idiots. They have this broken trailer. They're not gonna get shit. I don't know. Who knows? But it was definitely an interesting turn of events. And this is all on day one. And we left at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, we didn't even make it to the spot yet. We're on the way there, and things are already going catastrophic.
Yeah, but and then we've talked. We had a great conversation about it, but just being like, dude, man, like, if this was anyone else, I'm talking like me with anyone else, I was like, we probably would have been cursing in a shitty mood. And you're just like, whatever, man. Like, whatever. We gotta get a new trailer. All right, dope. You were just along for the ride. Whatever, up, down that was coming towards us, just embrace it, and it is what it is. But sure enough, we like got this other trailer.
Just laugh it off and find a way.
Yeah, got this trailer, and then actually it was super cool. Yeah, that first night, the first spot we wanted to go to, someone was there. Booking down the road like another 10 kilometers. And we find this river. Like, we got the rods, go fishing. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm just going to walk up the road for a little bit.
Dude, you took like 3 casts and you're like, there's no fish in this entire pond. You just start walking. And I'm like, Dan, there's a pike right there, like right next to where you were standing. And like, what? That's no walk back to it.
And you let me, you're like, dude, you should cast. So then I cast. Boom, catch this fish. Big pike too, like fair size. Good, really good eater.
Dude, that thing took my like $19 topwater frog. We still haven't found it.
Still haven't found it. He's got it. Oh, he doesn't have it.
We cut open his stomach, wasn't even in there.
Yeah.
It just disappeared.
We ate him. And then we cooked him over the fire. That was good. But that was a cool, And then, oh my God. And then the 2 days or day after, truck didn't start.
You go to start it.
The battery was dead. 20 kilometers off the highway.
It was like 25 or something. Like, we realized we're going to walk the rest of the day.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're just going to walk back to the highway and hopefully we can get someone to jump this car. And I was about to take a dump.
Yeah.
And
because you walked into the bushes, you're ready to poo. And I remember just hearing like the distant, like the rumble of an engine. Just like, but also to give context, like a little earlier in that day, we thought we had spooked a moose. We'll never know. Like something.
It sounded like we heard some like, oof.
Yeah, like a grunt responded to a call. Like it sounded like the right thing. And we didn't line things up. We were trying to move out of the way and get you a clear spot where you would feel comfortable shooting it. Like you would get distance to shoot kind of a shooting lane. And we think that in the moving away from it, we probably spooked it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're also very rookies and green at this situation. Yeah. So it's like, oh shit, took us off guard. What? And we were kind of confused. But
the initial grunt caught us off guard because it was from what we think happened, it was at the other side of a pond and the sun was in our eyes. So it could have been looking right at us the whole time and it responded to the call. Yeah. And we were like, oh, we didn't know it was this close. We couldn't even see. Like the sun was just shining in our face. Yeah. And after we spooked that later in the day, we hear a gunshot in the distance and we're like, God damn it. Like that was close by. This guy ruined our spot. Yeah. And you and I are like, let's just walk back to the car, try to figure things out. And that's when the car doesn't start. Yeah. And you're like, I gotta go relieve myself in the bushes. And I hear that engine get closer and closer. And I see this little like black dot on the road. And I just remember jumping up and down, waving my arms like this guy has to stop.
Yeah, he's got to stop.
I have to get his attention. And luckily the guy stops and he hops out of his car. There's a strong French accent. The name of Dayton is his name.
Yeah, that's right.
And glasses, and he was like, "Sure, you boys need help." He said, "You guys are you're in no man land."
Yeah, a little ways away from the road.
So you guys would have had a full day's walk.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely we're like, in my opinion, I'm like, okay, I'm writing things down, like what to bring for the next adventure.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, stuff you don't think about, you don't know, and then you're like, everything's gonna be fine. My truck's gonna start, and that was something I learned was always like unplug your trailer because that was what we got this new trailer. We got these temporary lights on it, and then that was plugged in for a day. Yeah, and that was enough to fucking drain the whole truck battery. Yeah, and being like, oh fuck, we should just unplug it. So that became the new ritual of anytime we stop the truck, yank those fucking lights out.
Because it's also weird how certain memories of things come back to you. Because I remember after that, the first time we killed the battery with that trailer being plugged in, I remembered a trip I went on with my dad and the rest of my family, where he had left his pop-up trailer plugged into his truck overnight. But luckily we were at a motel, so people were there to stop it. But it's weird how like you remember like, oh, That's why that thing in the past happened. I should have remembered that. Like I'm in a similar situation, but yeah. Luckily, Dayton saved us, and he had blood on his hands from a grouse he had shot earlier that day. So it's funny, like earlier we were cursing the guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like he just shot this, shot something, ruined our spot. Great, and then he became our knight in
dude. He was our hero.
Yeah, literally. Like when we got that truck started, we're like, oh my god, let's go! Like just like your whole day can change from some sort of event like that. Like we just thought we were so like, okay, whatever, we're just gonna be walking until we find somebody and hopefully they can help us. And
remember our mindset, we're just like, just get the bow ready because we have a whole day walk ahead of us and we might see a moose. Like we're still hunting. Like, the trip's not over. It's just a new challenge ahead of us. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, we took it in the best best mindset possible. And then I mean, next couple spots were pretty dope, cool spots. We went to 3 different spots, and I caught like a lot of cool cuts, like clear land and stuff, and decent amount of old. Like I think old sign. It was really hot too. Yeah, like it was really hot during like midday. But and then
like t-shirt weather.
Finally, we went a little bit. Like this WMU is so long, so Wildlife Management Unit. Yeah, that's for Ontario. It was so long. Like it's like 2 hours to go from one side to the other. And so we drove another 2 hours and we got to the spot where I had some intel, like, oh yeah, this family has gone up to this one place quite often. And then, we had some fresh sign, big lake, water. And I was like, okay, maybe we should have started here to begin with. But for some reason, I was like, oh, we're driving, I think it was 8 hours. Yeah. It was 8 hours. I'm like, 8 hours compared to 10. Fuck, we could probably get an extra couple hours in hunting. In hindsight, obviously, just go to that one spot that someone has experience in before. Yeah. Good sight in intel. But
not only experience, it's just like go to the spot that is the hardest to get to.
Yeah.
Because that's going to have the least amount of pressure. The animals there won't be that well educated on hunters, and the sign will be great. There's going to be way more it's going to be way more animals in general. Like they'll just feel comfortable there. Yeah. That's what I've learned from like hunting public land down in the zone that I have a geotag now, is like you're never going to shoot anything within a 15 walk of your car. Yeah. Like you need to get to like the border of where that cuts off and you can't hunt it anymore, and just like get close.
Especially in like Southern Ontario where it's high pressure fucking everywhere. Yeah. Like not just from hunters, but like people walking their dogs, people just out for a stroll,
Yeah, I was in WMU 87 to get a gun sighted in with my friend. And I picked a piece of crown land that we were going to go just shoot for the morning to have fun. And I got there before in like 30 minutes because he got lost because he didn't have service. And then both sides of the road to get into the spot were blocked. And I was like, you just have to drive around it. You like ignore the sign and just lie. Just say you're local. And I get there earlier in the morning and there's like 6 other trucks of like guys deer hunting. And I'm like, dude, this is a 300 acre lot of crown land. Yeah. This shouldn't have 6 trucks on it. Yeah. Like that is insane.
Well, just think about how many people though are down there. I mean, even if like scooting down this road, every sort of little type of parking spot that just is a cleared land, 4 or 5. I mean, it is moose season right now. Yeah, I think it's gun season now for moose up here. But I mean, I don't really follow too much of the moose gun laws around in my area, because it's like, oh, you want to get a bull tag? Yeah, you got to wait 16, 19 years with points, and then you can get it.
A fifth of your life.
So like, no, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun to me. But yeah, man, our moose trip, that was cool. That was epic. And we had lots of chats on the way home because we just pulled an all-nighter. We were drinking. The fuck were we drinking? Like Starbucks.
Dude, they were new at the time. The double shots or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember because at one point we went to buy them at a gas station. Yeah. And a little while into the night, I went in and bought 2 because I was like, oh, I'm going to buy one for myself and Dan. But while I was in the washroom, I didn't know this. You bought one for yourself. Yeah. So I was left with 2 of these, and I had 2 in one night.
Dude,
Dude, I started hallucinating. I had to keep checking if I was wearing clothes or not, because I was like randomly, I would just get the feeling that I was like fully naked. I would have to like touch myself and everything. Yeah. Like randomly like grabbing myself. And I was like, Dan, I think we should call it out. Like, I think we should pull over, because if I'm hallucinating, I don't know if you should be driving, right? And I was panicking.
Well, we had a full day of hunting the last day. And then it was like, well, we could, the original plan, And now looking back on it, I feel like we should have just done the original plan,
Dude,
which was like hunt the morning of like 2 hours. I think it was like 3 hours, which would be 4 hours. I don't remember. But you also had to get back. You also had to drive another 3 hours further south.
Yeah.
Get back to the city, and it was like, you know what? It was weighing out pros and cons. Like, fuck it, we'll just leave now. We'll just pull an all-nighter and we'll drive. And then that definitely caught up to us. It was like,
yeah,
we were a couple hours away, to be honest. When we finally pulled over.
we were like an hour away from North Bay. Like we weren't that far.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, let's pull it over, rest our eyes, wake up. And I don't know how long we slept for, a couple hours too. I did an hour. I don't even remember. It's like, fuck it, let's just get up and go.
Yeah, just get out of here.
Just get the fuck out of here. But yeah, that was cool, man. That was such a fun trip for multiple reasons. One, like I said, acquired a new hunting buddy, which is dope. Like like someone that's just down for adventure.
Yeah.
Having like those people in your pocket of like, I want to do something crazy, and having a list of people that are willing to do it is like pretty cool. So, and the fact that you're 10 years younger, like kind of goes back to our start of this conversation being like, not many people, let alone like a young adult, is willing to be like, yeah, I'll fucking go up into no man's land. And dude, I don't know what we have in store, but we're gonna live off of like chunky Campbell soups and breakfast burritos.
And old pork and
and it's like, that sounds great.
Yeah, man, that was. I'm happy, like looking back, that's the type of person I am, where it's like if there's any bit of adventure, I'm always like, let's find a way to do it, because that was a lot of firsts for me. That was my first time camping on Crown land. That was my first time even going big game hunting. Like other than like the bear hunts with you before, but that was just like sitting over bait. Like I never harvested a big animal.
It's backyard. It's
it's your own property.
A lot of comfort. Set like the situation's like very set up.
But that was a lot of firsts, and I'm really happy it happened, because that's influenced the way that I hunt now largely. Like that's also the reason why I go crownland camping now solo. So that's
grabbing the top of this bottle.
Top me up too, please.
This is some apple cider winter whiskey.
Yeah, that is delicious.
It is very good. 25%.
Yeah.
We'll polish that later. It's not. It's come a tradition. A little hey, how are you on the podcast is always good, especially when it's in person. But yeah, sorry, you were saying like now that's all and like, sorry, not like when I was hunting with Trev, I'm referencing Trev quite a bit because it's like not parallels, but in a way it's like, when I first started going out to hunting with you guys, started in my backyard hunting. You guys just were like tagging along almost. And then all of a sudden, okay, you guys are like, hey, you got your hunting license? All right, now you're going to be in the spotlight if something comes by. And then all of a sudden you're doing your own adventure, doing their own adventure. You're looking up different spots where you can go hunting that's, close to you, what makes sense. And now, you're still living in Mississauga. However, you're not letting that impact your hunting. You're like, dude, I like looking up reserves, using iHunter to be like, this is some public land. I'm going to go scout there. I'm going to go wherever. And you're saying earlier tonight how you tailored your school semester around hunting.
I actually chose all my courses so that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like 9 a.m. to 12, those are my classes. So it'll, depending on what campus I'm going to, it's going to be 40 minutes to 30 minutes to get to my hunting spots. So that gives me from like 12:30 to sundown to just scout and sit. And I actually, I knew this ahead of time. Not only, love some ice. The second I got that tag, that's when I knew, okay, I got to plan this whole semester right. I got to be able to hunt in my off time. And it's I don't know, it's something I'm really proud of, that I make it, not my whole personality, but it's something that I'm always willing to bring up in a conversation. And I find it, especially people down there, they don't even know you can do stuff like that within an hour drive of them. Dude, they're blown away. They're like, what, you're going hunting after class?
Where?
What are you talking? Where? What, how?
They're
like, what? It's just this.
Well, man, I would never, even growing up, I would never be like, I knew there was hunting in Southern Ontario, 40 that type of, but I'm private.
Yeah.
Private farms and all that. And then it wasn't until a few years ago when I wanted to look at maybe extending my hunting season, because in my area, WMU 50, it's like December 15th. That's the last day of deer season.
To cut off.
And then for my dad's his death anniversary on the 27th, I wanted to like do something for him. Usually go for a walk or go for a small game or something, because hunting was a big part of our lives together, our relationship. Yeah. And then someone told me, hey, you can still you can hunt whitetail still, don't give up. And I was like, what? And he goes, oh yeah, December 31st it ends in Southern Ontario, and here's a spot that you could go that I've seen some deer.
Yeah,
this guy just gave me a spot. Huge thank you. Like, what? And then that kind of was like, holy shit, yeah. There's some of these what they call game reserves. It's not like Crown Land, but it's like game reserves or
they're
forest,
public forests.
Yeah,
the ones forests. That's all my hunting this season is going to be on public forests.
Yeah, and which is hunting is allowed, and you can go out there and you can someone could walk their dog.
That's the downside, is a guy could rip through on a dirt bike and just spook everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not Crown Land. It's owned by the local municipality, and then they give you the right to hunt on it as long as you are within their set of bylaws. So the zone that I've chosen, you're only allowed to turkey hunt and deer hunt. Mm-hmm. There's no small game, no coyote, nothing else, which makes it that there's a lot of small game. You're obviously tempted, but you can't. Yeah. You're out there and you're like, there's a red squirrel barking at me. I know I can't touch that. It's a red squirrel, but there's also some gray
black
squirrels
or something,
putting around and stuff like that, or a coyote 2 weeks ago.
You can't hunt coyotes, eh?
Nope, not in that area. If it was your own land, yeah, you can.
Right. That's but in that specific...
Yeah, in that specific public forest, you're not allowed to touch coyotes. But there were farmers close enough to me that I could hear their horses neigh once in a while, when I was in those spots. I was like, maybe if I asked the guy, hey, can I do some predator control? He would definitely let me.
Have you ever had the inclination to be like, fuck it, I'm going to knock on this guy's door. I know there's deer back here. There's some good bedding here. I'm going to go knock on this guy's door and try to get permission. Have you ever tried that?
Not for deer, but I've been considering it for geese, because some of the drives I do to those spots, I drive through areas where it's just all farmers' fields, rolling hills, and it's all cut corn or hay, and their season's done. They're not going to harvest anything. There's no more machines going through there.
Yeah,
and it's just full of geese. It's because they're using that kind of as a highway to get to Lake Ontario. Yeah, and then they'll cross over the lake there. And there's shit you can look, I'm driving and I'll look and there's 1,000 geese in the air. I'm at least one of these guys are going to give me the permission.
Yeah. There's so much farm fields out that way. I'm sure someone would be like, yeah, you know what? Give me a geese or just sure, go for it.
Yeah.
I was surprised. There's a farm close to me. And when I was like, hey, can I go hunt your field for turkey? Yeah, that's fine. Just go on. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
And just the first time I went onto public land, there's a weird feeling. It's I drive by this farm, this field every day, knowing that it belongs to somebody else. And it was so weird to be pull in their driveway, pitch black, park my truck, walk onto their field and be like, this is just okay, from a text message that someone's like, yeah, go hunt my field. And same thing with public land. The first time I went out, I've been fortunate enough to be where I've, grown up, raised up, where I've had private land, and been that was my introduction to hunting. This is our land here. This is where we hunt.
Yeah,
and we've had a lot of land, and it's that's all I knew. And then pros and cons to everything, but it was this whole public. It was how did I go to public? I got my own land here, not realizing the opportunity on public land and how cool it is. I think public land. I mean, I got this huge attraction to it, to just go and check it out. Trev and I, we're hopefully going to be doing a 2-day rifle deer hunt.
Oh,
in
nice.
Between us and or him and I, just on there's a couple of cool spots.
The spot we went turkey hunting there?
No, a little bit more north, east of Huntsville.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to throw a specific.
Yeah, I don't want to drop any details. That's why I haven't mentioned the zone on me hunting it too, because it was easy for me to get a doe tag. So.
Yeah, that's right. So
gotta keep it secret
in that area.
Yeah,
there's the all the land that hugs Algonquin, north to south. there's just thousands of acres
Yeah.
of crown land, and I'm like blown away by how much is out there. Now you have to obviously have there's a lot of people hunting. You have to find your certain spots, areas. It takes time. Worst case is though, you're just going out, you're exploring, you're just doing your thing. But kind of lost my train of thought here. But basically, it was just very foreign, I guess, like going on to someone's like property to go hunting. It's kind of weird. But then you kind of just get used to it. It's just something that's like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
like being on someone's property, like other than yours, obviously, because I know the thing is when I'm here, I don't feel like I'm hunting on a stranger's property. I just feel like I'm on family land.
Yeah,
like no issue with me hunting it. But yeah, the thought of hunting a stranger's property, I don't know if it's weird. It just doesn't sit right with me as much as I'd love the opportunity. I don't know.
It's funny because just like so many people are just like that's just. I mean, even a family that I go hunting with sometimes in Bracebridge, it's like they have permission on multiple farms, multiple areas, and they'll drive and they'll scout for turkeys and go, okay, some toms on this field, toms not, okay, we're going to set up on this field. And they set up a blind, they set stuff up, and people are okay with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what they know. And like, because that's just what they do. And it'd be the same thing. Like if that was just what I was raised into, like, oh yeah, you just go knock on someone's door and you hunt their property. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's probably, there's hundreds of people, thousands of people that probably do that all the time. And it's like, they just, oh yeah. And it's probably more weird for them maybe to be like, oh, you hunt on your property? What? That just seems crazy.
Yeah. Well, actually that's the very point you make about asking people to hunt on their property. There's a guy who I take hunting from time to time. He's an older gentleman.
Yep.
And his next door neighbors have like a group of turkeys, like 20 of them. And he was like, hey, is it okay if I go onto your property? Because the guy lives right by Mount Nemo, like that area in like northern Milton.
Sorry, did you say emo or Nemo?
Nemo.
Okay.
Nemo. You've been to Mount Nemo.
Yeah.
It's just off Guelph Line.
Yep.
And the person, they own like this like giant mansion, rich, like this beautiful plot full of turkeys. They're like, you want to shoot one of our birds? Like they thought of these wild animals like their pet. Like,
right.
Why would you want to shoot this animal? And that's what I'm worried about is just like the difference in perspective.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these property owners, like they don't hunt. Yeah. They just own that property because it's a really nice piece of land and it's a manageable drive from Toronto. That's the only reason they have it. Like those are the spots that I'm hunting. So it's more just, I don't want to be put in that situation where I'm going asking someone and that's awkward and everything. I'd rather just hit public land and avoid people, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. And that's kind of my same perception too. Is like I just want to do my own thing. I don't want people knowing like, oh, this guy's out hunting. I don't know. It's just a weird, like it's a very green spot, but like going with somebody who has permission is a little bit different on certain spots. And you're like, okay, we're just hunting here, we're hunting here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around getting permission to hunt on certain people's land. It's honestly more for turkey that I look for. For deer, it's like I would rather go out a little bit, on my own property, but also like into certain different areas. Same with moose. It's like I would just.
Yeah, I think deer rewards you much more for like really going out to spots where people don't go for them. Like deer are the biggest one because turkeys, like where you live here, like you have town turkeys. So you just sit on someone's farm and hope that one of those 14 birds just comes in. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're very repetitive. Like there was a lot of competition when I went out on this one farm this year. It's like I went out, I was calling, hearing gobbles, and you can definitely tell there's other people across the, on this other property calling, and this other person behind me on next door neighbor property calling. You're like, oh fuck! So it's not like you're just battling the turkey.
Yeah, you're
battling,
like ping-ponging the same bird.
Fucking everybody. You're like, oh my gosh, like so. And then that bird just gets educated, being like, if I hear a yelp, like that sounds like an off yelp. I know what these other hens make. I'm not going over there. That's
or even that they know, like, hey, this time of year, do not respond to like hens when they're calling out to you.
Yeah, they're educated.
They're like, wait for the hen to call. Like, like when you hear a tom, you like don't respond to it, so they come to you. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. Like that time of year, we're only going to let the hens come to us. That's it. Like, that could be one thing that's
what happened with this one tom. He just got hung up on his two hens.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm good with these two hens. Everyone else, I don't give a shit about. I'm just here.
Yeah.
And he was tough. There was one Jake that ran in. I would have shot him because I've yet to kill a turkey yet, but he ran in and he was gobbling, like still like a young gobble.
Yeah, he's green to it.
And then this fucking neighbor behind me, he was starting to just do like some crazy yelps, and the turkey didn't know what to do, and he just fucked off. He just like, I'm gone. He actually was like working his way to my setup, and I was like, perfect. And then he just like bounced because he just like was confused. I don't know, whatever. But
he's educated.
Yeah.
He figured out in that moment, he's like, none of this seems okay. None of this seems natural.
Yeah. And then whereas like a few years ago, I had that Tom that came in from over 200 yards zigzagging to my decoys. And it was just him and I, I guess calling back and forth to each other. And then him coming and working his way in. And that was my shotgun. Jammed up again and spooked him because I went to go shoot him. Click. Had to rack another round. And then he was a little bit further away.
Other than that, have you had a moment where the gun did that, where you just had you had it like not misfire, not even hang fire, but have you had moments where it just didn't, like the firing pin did not set off your shell? Or was it just those 2 moments with me at the Grouse and that shotgun and that turkey?
I think it's usually, not usually, but I think there has, because I was like, oh fuck, like aware of it. Usually if I'm like shooting target loads or something, but it's like that first initial pump, you just kind of slide in the shotgun, not realizing it might just need a little more force to engage the pin, I guess. But it's been like probably the first round. Yeah. But it's something like you're like, oh, I don't know, you don't think about it. You think you slide it hard enough. But now with that shotgun, I'm like, okay, you gotta that first round, you gotta freaking pump it hard.
Well, I have the same model of shotgun, and I find that when you switch barrels, if you don't really tighten down like that little piece that holds the barrel in place, like that little screw, if you don't tighten that down as hard as you physically can, you're not gonna get like 100% like fire rate every time you pull the trigger. Yeah,
that could be it too, right? Because we got the Mossberg, I got the 835. You have
the same combo, the 835 combo with the was it the barrel for birdshot, buckshot, and then a rifled barrel for slugs, which I have on now.
Turkey, waterfowl, deer, basically. Yeah. Rifled, yeah.
Yeah, that rifled slug. I've actually been, I brought up the fact that I'm using that for deer season before. I didn't know that you couldn't use rifled slugs with a rifled barrel. I didn't know that it throws off the pattern because I thought that I was just awful with the shotgun until I recently got it sighted in with Hornady. Hornady.
Well, maybe I say Hornady.
I say Hornady. Some people say Hornady, but that sounds a little weird.
Probably American.
Yeah, definitely American.
Hornady.
Yeah, and I found that with a red dot, like at 50 yards with the sabot slugs and a rifled barrel, I can hit a tennis ball from 50 yards. Like it's fairly accurate.
Yeah, wow.
Like I feel comfortable shooting that out to 80 yards, like where I got my last year.
Yeah,
which you can see on YouTube was not a good shot. Not a good shot.
We should dabble into that. Speaking about just like hunting, getting into it.
Talk about the first deer.
Yeah, let's talk about your first deer, man. Like I have this property. I have my property here, and I don't really know where to begin from. I don't even know.
Do you want to start with the tree? The fact that more than one person has shot a deer out of that tree? Because most recently,
most of the listeners, all 5 of you listeners out there, they have probably heard the story of Trav's first buck and the tree that he shot it out of. I don't know if we mentioned it in that podcast. It's the first episode.
Oh no, I watched the episode. He did mention that I shot.
That it was the same tree?
That I shot another one out of that tree.
So kind of rewind, even it was a year before Trav, right? So two years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago. We were up in that tree. You and I were up in that tree stand. But anyways, we can even go back further in the day, whatever. But for some reason, not for some reason, but you and I were just trying to get you to come up. I'm like, when are you gonna come up?
Just come up deer hunt.
And then you're like, was it the first week or the second week of deer?
It would. I shot it on November 11th. So
it would have been
the second week.
First.
Yeah, it was the very end because Trevor had had gun hunted that field the entire week.
Yeah, and that was the first week.
And he was like, "Whatever, man. Like, you can hunt it. I don't care. Like I'll be out in the bush."
Yeah.
And that's also such a sick day to get your first deer is Remembrance Day, like November 11th. Like I'm always going to be
Huge. Yeah.
Oh, that's always going to be
the troops.
Yeah, very close to me.
Yeah, I remember that because I did a video just on like my story. It's like Remembrance Day. It's like just thankful the fact that we get to live our lives, have this freedom to hunt on these days, be out in this beautiful country, and it's for all those people that sacrifice their lives.
Yeah, for me especially, like hunting in a field like that and thinking about like, because remember Remembrance Day came about because of the First World War. Just thinking about all those young men who like lost their lives in farmers' fields like that.
Yeah, man.
I'm grateful to be able to be out here with a gun, and I don't have to worry about someone else shooting me.
Using a World War II gun.
Yeah, using a sporterized gun.
Yeah,
I believe that's the right term, right? Sporterized, when you like change out the stock.
Well, no, it's not. No, that's all OG.
Oh, it's OG?
Yeah, like that's original.
Do you want to grab it? It's right behind you too.
It's locked up.
The British theater. Yeah, for legal purposes, this gun is locked up.
Yeah, so this gun
deactivated.
This gun right here, British 303. Whoop, not the point. Freaking muzzle out here. So yeah, British 303 right here. This is the gun that you shot your deer with. So
can I?
Yeah, you can touch it. So
yeah, this thing.
So basically, I got you to come up north to say, hey, come hunting, like whatever. You didn't have your pal at the time.
I didn't. I had to hunt within arm's reach.
Yeah, so you hunt. So I was like, come up with me, arm's reach of me. That's all good and gravy. So you came up like late on the Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday we went out early in the morning. We hit the blind. We a small buck, which is a buck that you did end up shooting.
Yeah.
He was like we heard him coming through some of the like basically the field edge right before you get in, and then we're like, fuck, deer's coming in. Hear him stop. Didn't hear much after that. He ended up doing like this huge button hook, popped out far. Like, I mean, he was probably 150 yards past us, and now this British 303 has iron sights, all original
iron
hardware on there. Like, so you're not shooting 150 yards with this gun. I mean,
no way, man.
And hitting a freaking pie plate. You're not doing that.
I was pushing it, shooting that at 80.
Yeah.
Like if you watch the video, you'll know what I mean by pushing it, because the first shot just went right over its back. And
so
all it did
before we spoil it. So this buck early in the morning, we were just excited, like, holy shit, that's a buck. I tried to call it, tried to stop it, to come back in. He just kept going, and he ended up doing like this big hook around us. He was gone. We sat there for another couple hours or something. All right, cool. Let's walk back in. Let's have some lunch. Trev, my best friend, he was coming to our property, and he was gonna hunt the afternoon with us, but he was going into the thick bush, and we were staying in the field.
Can I add a detail to that lunch, like a little like side note for the story?
Maybe
that was the first time we ever like what would you say, like pre-gamed at lunch, where it was just like music, chilling.
Yeah. We were
getting in the mindset.
Yeah,
like someone is gonna kill. Like I remember Trav said, he's like, someone is gonna kill a deer today. Like someone is gonna shoot one.
Yeah, we were getting jazzed up. So Trev came, getting the music going, getting our gear back on. Shot some pellet gun, I think.
Try to get his pellet gun sighted in. Listen to some music,
and then it was so funny because you go from like, all right, here we go, like so, and it happens to me all the time. Like, oh, here we go, excited, super pumped up for deer, like fucking right. I just love just sitting out there, and then you walk out and you're like dead quiet.
Yeah, just like 100 to 0.
Yeah, just stay still. So then we sat the late afternoon evening hunt, didn't see anything, and then maybe you can take it away from when you saw a deer. So
we realized at the time that we had maybe like 10 to 15 minutes of shooting light left. Like the sun had already set behind us.
It was more than that.
Yeah,
I think it was like about an hour.
It was close, because I remember the sun had gone down completely. Like we were in our last half an hour when we finally saw it. Because I remember being like,
I thought it was more because like there's a picture or video I took, and like the sun was set.
Yeah.
So so that's what I mean. So the sun was set and we were already on the ground.
Yeah, the sun had set behind us, and the shadow. I remember because the way that we were sitting, our shadows from the trees and everything were just pushing out in front of us farther and farther and farther.
Yeah.
And then eventually those shadows weren't really there anymore because the sun set and it was just slowly getting darker.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing just movement. Like, and the whole day you were glassing. Like you had your binoculars. I was just sitting there, just chilling, just the gun, just looking back and forth. And I remember just seeing this little bit of movement, like this brown movement. And I was like, yeah, Dan, I think that's a deer. And you were like, okay. You're like, dude, I just looked there.
Yeah, I
like,
did.
I was just glassing that
Where?
spot.
Because I was, yeah.
And I remember you flew out because you said to me, you're like, don't get excited yet because it's so far away that we don't know if it's a buck or a doe, because this wasn't the biggest. It was a fork. Like it was a little forky. And I remember you're looking and you're like, dude, I see white. Like I see antler.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember thinking like, okay, this thing, because it basically cut across the field diagonally to come right to where we were sitting. And we saw it kind of like meander towards us and like stop once in a while, like sniff the air and come in.
We had a decoy out there too.
You did have a decoy out.
Yeah, we were trying to play the wind with the decoy for him to be like, oh, there's already a deer out there. I'm gonna go out and see what's up.
And I remember like when it was getting kind of closer, we actually heard it grunt, which was really cool. Like
it was cool.
Like hearing him just go like, meh, just like looking around.
No, and there was no wind too.
Yeah, it was dead.
I mean, it was like dead quiet.
And I remember one part is that I know in my mind, like I need to try to keep calm. And at the time I'm doing a great job. Like I'm just taking deep breaths. I'm just trying to stay in the moment, just being like, you know what? Like it might be late enough that I'm going to miss this deer. It's okay. Just seeing this deer is cool. I remember when you said to me, you're like, okay, Carter, you have to be calm. And I remember just someone else saying that to me made me realize like, wait, am I calm right now? And that just made me start like spiraling. The next thing I know, the ears are ringing, and I was like, I wish. I remember after when I asked you about that, where I was like, dude, I had it all together until you told me I had to be calm, because I already was, and you were like, I was freaking out. I just said that because I needed to say it.
Yeah, man. But once I found out it was a buck, like these opportunities, like they're far and few between, especially if like, oh my shit, like he could fucking shoot a deer tonight. Like this is gonna be his first deer. Oh my god! And you're starting to going through the whole scenario of like an hour from now we can have a dead deer, and it's exciting. I was like, my heart was racing, like so it was like validation in a way. And then but you look cool, calm, collective.
Yeah, I'll admit, like I was cool, calm, and collective until a certain moment, and I later on, when as we tell it, I'm going to tell you the exact moment when I basically lost it. Is it came in close, and you were like, "Okay, man, it's time to grab the gun," because it was hanging on a hook, and it this weird old sling that it was on, and as I go to grab it, the way that it was sitting on its sling, it had dropped like 6 inches, and made like a loud like boom sound, and I remember just being like, "Shit!" Like very quietly. You looked at me, and I was reaching out. Not only that, but it was like my first time hunting in a tree stand. So I'm also looking down as I'm reaching out like over where I'm sitting, just being extremely uncomfortable holding this rifle, and like my hands are shaking because I'm holding something out with my arm fully extended, and I like slowly bring it back in. I don't think I ever like fully recovered from that, from like spooking the deer, because it did look at me, but it was just completely still, just staring at me. And it must have been like 80 yards now that I think about it. And even like going through my mind again, like the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, just mentally going through this again. I got PTSD from this moment, man.
Dude, this is cool. I didn't know all this about like, and that's what was happening.
I remember I had loaded it earlier in the day. So all I do is I pulled the safety back, and I remember you saying to me, like, I didn't know this because I wasn't looking at my phone that entire time. I remember just being like, I want to look at my phone as little as possible today. I don't want to be pulled into that. That's just a distraction. And you were the one, luckily, who was just like looking at the time, making sure we were doing everything legal. Which I thank you for, looking back. And
ranging him.
I didn't even have a rangefinder on me at the time.
Basically sit and I'll tell you when to shoot. Which is good. Which is like, to be honest, like for people that don't hunt or are new to it, it's actually very helpful to like your sole goal is to like, okay, just put the crosshairs on the deer and shoot. Like it's helpful. It's helpful for sure to be like, definitely have some sort of guidance through it. Yeah, because if you weren't there, I would have either shot sooner or I would have waited later until it was at a distance where I would have felt comfortable shooting, and I didn't know at the time. Even like getting ready, maybe like even like preparing yourself. I mean, like now would be a good time to like kind of get the gun ready.
Yeah, get the gun, get ready.
Because it could be too late.
Take deep breaths.
Move, and then that's too much of a spook, and he sees you, and he's gone.
Yeah, you were like play by play, like whispering. Like that's. I don't think that's something that you picked up in the video you posted, but yeah, you were like my little, my guardian angel in that moment. Like you were just like over my shoulder, just being like, okay, this is what you do. This is what you do. Like, okay, just. And I'm forever grateful for that because I remember you were like, I didn't know this at the time. I only had like 2 or 3 minutes left to shoot the thing. Like we almost ran out of like legal shooting time, and you were like, okay, Carter, I don't like. It's within range that you could hypothetically hit it. Yeah. But you're like, you have to make the shot now. Yeah. Like it's not getting any closer. Like, you spook the thing.
Shoot it now, yeah.
You shoot it. So I line it up in this peep sight, and I had realized, because it's going to make me sound bad. The last time I shot this rifle before that was a year. A year before that, just to get it sighted in for bear hunting.
Yeah. I mean, like typically with rifles, like once you sight it in, you might have to shoot it a couple times. You're like, oh, yep, sight's so good. Unless you really bunk it. Like these sights aren't moving that.
With an
much.
old school peep sight like that, it's pretty good. Like
yeah.
It's stable. And I just remember looking through that peep sight, and the way the adrenaline hit my eyes, I just remember looking through what should have been 2 circles lining up.
Yeah, it's a weird sight. So sorry not to cut you off there, but it's
like an archery sight for a gun.
It is like an archery sight. So your front sight on this particular 303 rifle is a circle, and then on the nose of the gun or the end of the barrel is also a circle, and then you have a peg post. And they're not the best when it's like when the lighting isn't the greatest. Like it's hard in low light. It's hard to see it.
I'm just gonna look through it again right now, just for reference. So
it's hard to see through it. I mean, so yeah, you're the good thing is about that stand too is like your back's on the tree, so basically you just have to grab the rifle and
yeah. And I just remember looking through this sight, right, and what should have been, because in the moment you don't realize like, oh, I'm supposed to line these 2 circles up so they touch.
No,
like the 2 circles should basically appear as one through your point of view, and then the smaller circle, which is the one that's farther away, has a pin in it, and you place that little pin on where you want to hit the deer. There's so much adrenaline going through my system that I bring my eye close, and the smaller, further pin is about 1/3 of the size of the pin that's closest to me. And I just remember thinking, there's something wrong with this gun. I have to line this up as much as I can and make sure there's like an even distance between these 2 circles.
And then you have me in your ear being like,
like, it's time to shoot. And I just remember like lining it up as best I think I can. I'm like, I'm definitely on this deer's lung. I just remember pulling that trigger, hearing that bang, my ears are ringing, and the deer didn't even budge.
Dude, it didn't move. And it didn't move. I remember you saying like,
I was like, did I hit it?
Did I hit it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
You're like, I saw dirt behind it move.
And the fact the deer didn't even move is crazy. So I was like, dude, rack another round quick. Which like even the sound, click, 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 the motion of it, because you're pulling the gun from your face down to your chest kind of thing, or like kind of to rack another round.
In that moment when I was re-racking that gun, this is going to sound, anyone who's been in combat is going to be like, this guy's a little bitch. I felt like I was in combat. Like I felt like I was in like a war zone, just like the adrenaline going through me. Like I need to cycle this round as quickly as I can, line this gun up as best I think I can. Because after I shoot this, I've never seen a deer do this in any hunting footage I've seen of anyone else online. It just stops there and stares at me.
Didn't move.
And it's mine. It's like, who, like, how dare you?
What?
What happened?
I feel like what was going through the deer's head brain was like, what was that? Mm-hmm. I feel like if I don't move, that won't happen again. It wasn't like bang, gone.
Yeah.
And see what it was. It was like, if I just don't move, I think I'm gonna be okay. Mm-hmm. So you rack another round.
Yeah, I rack another round as quickly as I can. I line up the sights, which, by the way, I look through the sights and I see the exact same thing that I saw before. But I'm just like, you know what? I have faith that I have to make this shot. I'm going to line it up as best I can and just put it on this deer, on the front half of this deer. And I'm going to drop it. Like something in my head was like, this is it. Like that first one, that practice, whatever. Like it's still staying still.
It happens.
The hunt isn't over. I have to make it happen right now. And in that moment, I pull the trigger and the deer drops. which I didn't
literally
realize.
in its place. Like
It drops
kaboom.
in its track because I didn't realize at the time that I made the best, worst shot you could ever make on a deer.
That's the best way to put that.
Yeah.
The best worst shot.
The best, worst shot. Because I didn't exactly hit the vitals that you're aiming for when you shoot at a deer. I didn't hit the heart. I didn't hit the lungs, but I had basically gone back and shot directly through the most valuable meat of the deer. I shot right through the tenderloins, and the shock of the bullet traveling through managed to basically rip open an artery that runs along its spine.
Yeah.
And that shock as
Paralyzed
well
it.
also damaged the spine, which basically kicked its back legs out from under it. So it just dropped and hit the ground and bled out in less than 10 seconds. So that's why when I explain that story, I always say, like, I made the best worst shot.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hit where I wanted to, but the best thing happened for not hitting what I wanted to.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you were a couple inches lower or higher, you would have missed it.
Yeah.
Lower, you would have hit a gut shot.
Higher would have been pure spine, no bleeding. It would have been really bad. And lower, it would have been in intestines. Like, it would have been really bad.
Yeah, man. Like, it died within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were to think of a deer to shoot and the amount of time running away to the dying,
no tracking whatsoever.
It's probably less time. Yeah, no tracking. But it was probably less time from when you shot that deer and it bled out as well.
Yeah.
So, like, shit happens. Mistakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like, it was like you said, the best case of a worst scenario.
Yeah.
The point is you dropped the deer. You found, like, obviously he didn't run away.
Yeah, he didn't. He got back up, made a step, collapsed. And, like, I remember, because you said to me, you were like, that you knew right away that wasn't the right shot. Like, you were like, I remember you said you were like, get ready to shoot it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then after 5 seconds,
I don't even know how many rounds you put in that thing.
I had 3 rounds in the gun, so I had my last round ready to shoot.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that. I was like, wait.
And we watched it get back up, and you saw it stumble, and it hit the ground again, and you're like, it's done. Yeah, don't worry. Like, it's well, not even that. Like, when it hit the ground, you're gonna see it in the video. If you guys watch the
YouTube video. It's actually really cool.
Dan loses his shit, and then that makes me realize, like, oh, I made a huge mistake, but then I redeemed myself. And I'm just going through every single emotion in my mind. Like, I messed up. Like, I did it. Like, I think that's the best way. The best worst way to have your deer hunt is that feeling of failure that brings you down to, like, the absolute lowest in your moment of deer hunting, followed by success. Yeah. Like, I got everything in the span of 10 seconds, which did a lot for my blood pressure in the moment.
Yeah.
I remember just panicking.
That's crazy because you didn't show it. Like, when I looked at you, I was like, dude, we just shot a deer, and you're just like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
Because in my mind, I'm still, like, processing, like, I just shot a deer, I just missed a deer. Yeah. Like, that, we probably said this earlier in this conversation, that was my first ever time deer hunting. So which is so funny, because it's like,
you want to come deer hunting? Yeah, come up this weekend. You actually we see that same buck earlier, which is the same. So I don't know if we mentioned that, but it was the same buck earlier in the day. Saw him. So, holy shit, we saw a buck in the daylight. Great. This is a good sign. And then you end up coming back, and you seal the deal, man. You seal the fucking deal, and got your first deer, and you got the skull of it. You got, like, that's the trophy. Yeah. Trophy also with the freezer full of meat. We butchered that thing the next morning, harvested the whole thing, cut it all up, partied the night before.
Oh yeah,
had some cigars.
The night we got that, I bought cigars on the drive up to your place, because I was like, if someone shoots a buck, like, you gotta have a big fat cigar. Yeah. Gotta, like, smoke while we, like, like, that night was so sick, because I remember not only that, like, butchering the deer, but we went inside, and I remember sitting with Trev and we were watching a UFC fight, and I remember calling out, like, the Alex Pereira and Yuri Prohaska fight. Like, I basically called out the fight before it happened. I was like, yo, Yuri fights with his hands down. Alex has a left hand of death. Yeah. I was like, Alex is going to clip him and knock him out with that left hand. And, like, not only did I shoot a deer that night, but I called out the fight, like play by play. And I was like, that was my night.
That's like, right. I forgot about that. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was, like, a night to remember. Like, that's always going to be very special with me.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And it was, like, I was just happy I was there for it. Yeah. So cool, man. We ended up, when we gutted the deer, we just gutted it. I think we skinned it too.
Yeah, we skinned it, gutted it night of.
Yeah, took the tenderloins out, and yeah, some of them a little bit mangled.
Yeah,
because we end up cooking it that night.
Yeah, we cooked it
the tenderloins at least
on the wood stove that the camera is basically sitting on top of right now.
Yeah,
we cooked it on that wood stove. And I remember just the utter bliss of biting into that, and it was so good. Yeah, just that moment of like, someone succeeded tonight. It didn't matter if it was you, me, or Trev, but like someone succeeded, and now we're eating like fresh
deer.
Like, it was so good. And, such a sick moment.
Oh man, it was such a good feeling of just of success and being happy for one another, getting a deer. I mean, we loaded up on the sleigh that was attached to the ATV, the 3-wheeler ATV. You drove it off.
Yeah,
drove it back. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, your sketchy 3-wheeler.
The sketchy 3-wheeler, pulled it back, and sure enough, man, it was just a ball. It was like just such a great freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got some visitors here.
Yep.
Dinner's ready. Okay, we're almost gonna wrap it up here, so that's perfect. Yeah, nice. You're probably gonna be in this right now. I don't even know if we're gonna cut it out.
You want to come say hi? Because it's like,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Second appearance.
Yeah.
My wife. The brothers.
Yeah, and my sister as well.
Yeah. We're talking about his first buck. You proud of him or what?
Of course.
Oh yeah. By the way,
I'm also proud of you, Dan, because the way you mentored him, and it's just, I love your guys' relationship. So it's really cute.
She was on the property and she heard those 2 shots, and like right after the second one, she calls Dan and be like, "Is something wrong? Did something bad happen? I heard 2 shots. I'm only supposed to hear 1. What happened?" Which was a great way to be like, for you to find out that I succeeded, but also to be like, what happened? Like something definitely went wrong.
What's going on? Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, dinner's ready.
Love you too. See you soon.
Okay. That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, excited that dinner's happening because I'm pretty starving.
Hungry.
But yeah, dude, it's been awesome to watch your journey of. I mean, the first time you mentioned getting your hunting license to your parents.
Oh,
your parents,
yeah.
like almost like adopted you.
Do you want me to go into like my family background of hunting? And,
yeah,
like,
briefly go into that.
So, the first time I brought it up, my mom, I know she's gonna watch this. I love you. She cried when she found out that I wanted to kill an animal, which did sit with me. Like now they're happy with, like, when they see me bring home meat, they're very happy. They're happy that I succeed. They're happy that I have a hobby that involves the outdoors, and
it's
also
it's a lifestyle.
They're also the reason why I'm out there hunting. Like, the reason why I'm out there hunting nowadays is because when I was 12 years old, we would go on family trips at Algonquin, and they wouldn't see me from sunrise to sunset. I would leave before the sun went up. I would take a canoe myself solo. I was 12 years old. I would go up Rock Lake, up into Whitefish Lake, and the other tributaries that connect to it. And I would just fish the entire day, and I would come back home with a bass. Yeah. Like, after the sunset, completely dark. I would see moose on the paddle back. I would be scared shitless. And those are the memories that brought me to hunting, was bringing that fish back and watching my dad like fillet it like on the beach of Rock Lake, and then like say he was proud of me. Like, those are that's the reason.
That's your roots.
Yeah, that's what that's ultimately, I think that's what I'm chasing to this day when I'm out there.
I remember that night very clearly. And you told them while we were camping, because you were living with us. We were doing construction together. Yeah. And then the thought of like, you're like, yeah, I want to get my hunting license, which I think you were what, 17 at the time?
Yeah, I must have still been. Yeah, I was in high school. I was 16. 16 years old.
You were 16 when you worked with.
I was 16 when I started working construction.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so you were 16 working construction. You dropped the message to your parents. I remember we were all camping together. Your mom was very emotional. And like, yeah, I think like from an outsider looking in, like, of course it's gonna be emotional. Like, oh my God, what is my son turning into? Sort of thing. Like, why
a serial killer? Like, why does he want to go out and kill things?
Yeah,
it just didn't make sense to her. At the time, which now it does.
But I mean, being the supportive, parents from when you were a child, doing something that you like, fishing, everything, going up, like having those solid roots and the solid foundation, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, this is what I'm going to do. Like,
Mhm.
I'm going to do this. And then when you brought that meat home, cooking for your parents and cooking for your mom, like the venison is like,
oh, dude, Christmas.
Yeah.
With our whole family together eating that.
Yeah. And then
eating the back straps. That's why I do it.
Yeah. That's why I do it. Do it for the memories. Cause like, that's the final, that's the final stage of hunting is like going out, harvesting, bringing it home, butchering, cooking it, sharing it with family, sharing it with friends. And all of a sudden having that memory being like, you get to relive that moment.
Yeah.
And that's cool, man. And that's so cool that like, now it's a part of you. It's another evolution in like the outdoors world. It's cool. It's cool to see your journey evolve into that, man. And like, glad you're sticking with it.
Yeah, because when you met me, I was just a kid who was obsessed with fishing. There was no like hunting knowledge. I didn't even know the law, anything. Like to be honest, the reason I hunt is because of you. Because the day that I first met Dan, he sat me down and made me watch Meat Eater. Like my introduction to Dan was being introduced to Steve Ranella. Like you are the reason why I'm on the other side of this table.
There you go. It's full circle, man. And it's so cool to see. Actually, I remember, like even, after you know someone for a long time, you have lots of memories that pop up, just like the whole trailer incidents with your dad. But like we went out. I remember I brought you out bear hunting one time.
Yeah, dude.
I got back at the cottage.
Dude, I must have been 13.
Like that was a long time ago.
12 or 13, whatever age you are in the 8th grade.
That was
2017 or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember bringing you out there, and I was like, "Hey, just come sit with me for a bit." And I think that might have been the first time you came out hunting in general.
Yeah, that was my first time ever hunting.
It's like kind of been big game. So I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're kind of interested. Let's go for."
Yeah, dude. You're like, you know what? Let's shoot a black bear with a bow.
Shoot a bow.
Like, you took me in the deep end right away.
And then now, dude, you're crushing it. Got lots of plans, and you got lots of got a lot of cool stories. I mean, I'm excited to hear how this season goes. I'm always excited to hear how like someone's season goes for the year and like their different plans, and you're just branching off. And we're gonna go out in a couple of days. We're gonna go out for a whitetail sit in the trees, in the exact tree, the exact setup.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. When you shot your deer, I'm gonna go out, watch. There's gonna be like some coyote that's gonna come by, which I'm fine with.
If you do blast a coyote, I'll record it. It'll be great.
It'll be great. But who knows? Maybe there's gonna be like a ginormous buck that's just gonna walk out, and we're gonna slay it too. It's kind of some interesting weather right now. A lot of rain, crazy winds today. But Wednesday we'll go out. Nice morning sit for a few hours. You know, have a coffee, watch the sunrise. Oh, that sounds awesome,
dude. I'm excited for that.
I'm excited
to be in the zone hunting.
Yeah,
up in a tree.
Yeah. Well, man, is there like a social media page that you want anybody to follow you?
I'm pretty on. I fly under the radar. I like to do my stuff without people knowing about it. I think someday I'll make some social media and like to post about it. More for the fact that I just want hunting to be a hobby that pays for itself. Like that's eventually what I want at the end of the day. Right now, I'm not doing anything to work towards that goal. I should be doing it, but nothing right now. I fly under the radar. I keep a private Instagram profile. I like.
Okay, so
I like being quiet. I like flying under the radar.
A guy that I just talked to, Ken Bailey, he's been the author for Outdoors Canada for over 30 years.
Yeah, I listened to it on the way up.
Dude, what a fantastic guy to talk to, and he's Canadian, which is even that much more better. But he was like, he doesn't have a social media. He's like, you know what, man? There's something about writing and having the reader have their own interpretation of like what they're looking at or what they're visualizing. Basically, it's like it's something special about that. So that's why, I stay off Instagram. I say like he has nothing. How I found this guy, I was like Facebook. I just found this guy, Googled him. I was like,
you didn't even think the account was real, eh?
I didn't think no. I was like, let's see if this is him. And anyways, and I appreciate that with people that want to keep it authentic and real.
Oh yeah.
And man. So. Just want to say, huge thanks, man. Thanks for coming on.
Well,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me on, dude. It's been great sitting across the table from you.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to have some more stories to tell, and we're definitely going to we'll have you back on, and you're going to tell me a story about your first crown land buck.
Oh,
deer, whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
And
All
also
right,
some
everybody.
follow-ups.
What's that? Yeah.
Some follow-up. We've got to do more Crownland turkey.
Yeah, we got. Oh yeah. Well, I had plans for fall Crownland turkey with Dave from Hamilton, but he moved up to my house, so we're not doing that anymore this year. Which actually, I think it was supposed to be this weekend, but actually, yeah, this weekend and the next weekend we were supposed to do a Crownland turkey hunt. But anyways, man, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Glad we did this. It's cool to have this. To have the memories get brought back up.
Yeah, nice little blast in the past.
Exactly, man. Thanks everybody for listening. Get outdoors.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.